Hello and welcome to episode 11. Is it 11? That seems high. Yeah. Episode 11 of the Drunken Arcanauts Golarion campaign. I'm Clancy. I'll be your DM today. This is a Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign based on the Fall of Plaguestone module for the time being, with some custom additions and minor tweaks to items and spawns and screaming dying grass. That's not in the module. Don't go looking for that if that was your favorite part. Before we get too far, if everybody wants to go around and introduce themselves, I'll do the recap and then we can jump right into it.
Hi, I'm Risky and I'm playing Gene Remington. It's a human ranger, and I don't know what else. He's cool. That's it.
Nice. I'm Mark. I'm playing everyone's favorite goblin alchemist, Dr. Gish, who has a new feat that you'll be excited to hear coming soon.
I'm Jay. I play Mornar, a half-elf swashbuckler who apparently is just an evasion tank.
And that's all the people that are alive right now.
At the moment, yeah.
So, getting into that, if you somehow missed last episode, the party managed to burn the ground up until they broke into the entrance to this base that was guarded by orcs and alchemical abominations, a horse and a bunch of frozen rats. And the horse was made of stone and was apparently a badass motherfucker because that horse almost single party wiped everybody. Narrowly defeating the enemies, they lost Delicia in the fight, which overall probably better for the safety of the party than anything, but we'll miss her nonetheless.
I just want to put something in there real quick in the memory of Delicia. I was going to start adding -2 to my initiative rolls because of a fear of being shot by Delicia, but I never got the chance.
Jeez.
So after defeating the orcs and the abominations and putting Delicia to rest, they discovered a flaming panther or leopard in a cage, and as well as another individual who was mysteriously in the cage nearby once they got back and around the corner. So where we come to the party, they're trying to figure out what to do with the flaming leopard, if they would like to rest for a bit, and who this other mysterious prisoner is in this cage.
I'll let you guys choose what you're doing.
Could be really nice to rest you guys. Watching Delicia die really took it out of me, I think.
Yeah. I think
Through no fault of our own. That feels pretty good, though.
Have we seen the other person in the cage?
Hey. Hello? I'll go ahead and describe what's going on over in the cage. I don't want to say it looks like a mannequin in like tattered, finely dressed clothes, but it looks like a robot mannequin in finely tattered dressed clothes. There is, for the face of the individual, it's just like a helmet with like some glowing arcane light. One might say a matrix of lights emitted from diodes, perhaps, under the surface of a helmet. They're just kind of like it. You didn't notice them, I would say, probably because they weren't moving the entire time, but you stirred them awake after the fight. So,
would we know what robot type things are, or would this be alarming?
So I guess the big thing is, for sure, Mornar, you have in your adventures come across Warforged before. You've interacted with numerous Warforged, and your parents have told you stories about Warforged. I don't know about Dr. Gish having ever seen a Warforged before, but I also am not sure that his grasp of anatomy is such that he would be able to even tell that it was different than just another human.
Fair.
It's you tell me as far as
that
that
tracks.
goes.
That sounds right.
He's the Zoidberg of this party.
Yeah. Actually, now that you mention it, he really is, isn't he?
I
Oh,
thought he
man.
was the robot.
Oh no, that's just registering that that's what Dr. Gish is.
Yeah.
And then Gene.
I think
Gene would have read about him for sure. Maybe this is
Yeah.
the first one you met, though.
I'd say it'd be in my dad's book of monsters or something.
Yeah, it would be like if you ever see something and none of the normal things seem to hurt it the normal way, and it might be mechanical, it might be one of them Warforged.
You guys aren't with you guys aren't with the orcs, right? I'm pretty sure you're not because I just watched you guys kill them and everything. But what who are you? What's going on? Help me out. Get me out of here.
Why are you in there? Before I just let you out.
I don't think we should release the death robot.
Oh, death robot.
Everything else that's come out of a cage has been scary, and now we
Yeah.
have robots. You trying to trick us?
The cat seems
We
like
have a flaming leopard in
Yes.
one, and then
Listen.
we have a robot in the other.
Listen, Craig over there, he points to the leopard. Craig is a good soul. He even helped you guys with that one orc there. Watch that. Good hit, Craig. Good job. But I'm not a death robot. I assure you, I am just a normal traveling individual who wound up being captured by these individuals and am currently being withheld. My money is taken from me, and on top of that, they come in here and have I don't know, how would you describe having pieces of your body cut off and dipped in slime and ooze and junk? Because that's what they're doing to me. It's been bad.
I'm gonna start going through my book.
I'm gonna start picking the lock. Not
Oh, good.
To his cage.
Thank God. I thought this was gonna be like the bucket of shit situation all over again. That sorry, you missed
okay.
that. That was for those of you who don't know that story. Go listen to our last campaign where the party came across some trapped people and only saved a talking bucket of shit instead of any of the individuals there.
complicated.
Well, I'm being compared to a talking bucket of shit. That's great. That's awesome. But yeah, you're able to pick the lock. You're able to help me out, please.
I am,
Hold
yes.
up.
What
It
is
says
the
right
issue?
here, death
Okay.
robot.
Okay, well he said he wasn't a death robot though.
That's exactly what a death robot would say.
You just trust everything everyone tells you, Mornar.
He seems like a good robot. What do you guys exactly? What do you like to go by?
Technically, I prefer the term automaton, or
Okay.
more accurately, performing automaton. I
Okay.
am a bit of a scald, a bit of a word slinger. Automaton works. Like Warforged is a little too specific. I think that was kind of what I might have done in the past. Can't really.
So you
remember
were
all
a
that.
death robot.
You know what? Ship of Theseus stuff. Aren't we all death robots at some point? And if you change all the death robot parts out, is it still the same death robot? I can't tell anymore. I like to think that I'm a new death robot, but I'm not a death
So
robot.
you do identify as a death robot, just a new
I
one.
I identify as a binary-driven, non-binary automaton performer. Please let me out.
Are you still
They
picking
took
the
my
lock,
stuff.
Mornar?
I stopped for his monologue, but now I began again.
I say we rest before we release the death robot. I'm a
Hey.
little hurt.
That's
we kind of-
probably
I
a
think
good
it'll be.
idea.
I think it'll be fine. If someone else shows up, we have extra help. It sounds like so. Make your rest a little easy.
Interesting. We didn't have the help when Delicia was dying.
Who's Oh, was Delicia that lady that got squashed?
Yeah.
The very same.
Yeah, that's a shame. She seemed like a really cool character that might have been able to do some pretty cool stuff later on.
Well,
No,
it's
she-
probably
Can't
good
judge
she
a book
didn't
by
get
its
too
cover.
powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine if someone were playing a character like that in a role-playing game, they'd probably make a character that doesn't have to roll any time after that. And that would be pretty cool to be able to do. Wait, did somebody say they were hurt? Like, I mean, if you guys want to get to doing stuff quick, I might be able to help out with that,
How?
bardic magic stuff, I'm a bit of a spell slinger, scald, slayer,
I haven't heard you sing any songs this whole time. A bard, you say?
What instrument do you play?
I have a harmonium, and on top of that, I believe it is in an adjoining room because I've been hearing someone play it every time the what's his name? What did he call himself? The sculptor comes in here. There's a guy who's kind of not in charge, but he's like, I don't know. You kind of only can focus on what they do to you once you've been in here for friggin' 6 weeks being tortured. So yeah, that I'm pretty sure he's touched my harmonium. Is there an adjoining room that I could point to, Clancy?
There's a long tunnel leading out of here. So like they came in, and let me make sure that I'm not getting it all mixed up here. They found you here. Yes, there would be a long tunnel that ends in a set of stone stairs. So like 50 feet long, ends in stone stairs with 2 doors. That is the room where you've been hearing it when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't actually see that from where you're at in the cage. You just know it's somewhere in behind you.
Listen, if I can get that harmonium, like that's not, I mean, I can still do stuff without it, but it's very expensive along with all of my other fun adventuring gear that I use for my part-time job, aside from performing for the glee and joy of the common folk. So
that sounds good. I picked your lock like a minute ago. So anytime you want to leave this cage, you're perfectly welcome to.
Cool. I'm going to do that right now. So okay, not gonna hurt you guys. I see that you're armed and everything. I've got nothing on me. I mean, my clothes are even torn up. So I'm everything's cool. If you want to take a rest, we can take a rest. If not, I can probably patch you up a little bit through the use of the arcane weave and song magic and shit like that.
Interesting. I am
love
good.
songs.
That horse was slow, so
Oh yeah, I could use a
I
song.
would like some health.
Yeah. Cool. How on a scale from never mind. No.
You could just tell how injured we are by looking at us, can't you?
On a scale of 1 to
roll
68,
perception.
I'm at a 23.
Roll
Yeah.
perception. I can roll perception.
Roll perception.
23.
23. You can tell how injured they are.
Okay. Are you worth a level 3 spell slot or a level 2 spell slot is the question. I'm gonna go ahead and cast so everybody but Mornar is in pretty rough shape, right?
Oh, no,
Okay.
it was up
I
on a
didn't
wall
take any.
the whole time.
And I have wounded 1.
Up on the wall, I freaking 1v1'd a horse for fucking 10 minutes while everyone was dying.
Yeah.
he was up on the wall until everyone went down. Then he climbed down.
It was one round. Who
So-
fucking wiped everyone with that fucking horse.
See here. So the robot, who no one has asked his name or their name as of yet, starts kind of like their head doing a little tick kind of thing. And I start giving a quick little like speak song, not rap, but to the best of my ability, being able to vocalize 2 friggin' level 3 spell slots worth of Soothe, which both Dr. Gish and Jean, you both return 3d10 plus 12
Whoa.
hit points. Is that too much?
No, I think that is finally the right amount of healing.
Cool.
Gish has been getting by 1 potion at a time,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Gene
God.
has had an absolute fuckload of potions, and this is good.
Yeah, so I don't think I mean not to down talk Delicia, but I don't think she could do that.
Nope.
So
She just
So,
shot
yeah.
us.
that, you know what? You might say that I'm the exact opposite of her.
Wait, so instead of trying to shoot enemies, you shoot people, so you're gonna start healing enemies?
Yeah, and that's gonna only heal my friends, and yeah, that's just how that's gonna go. So yeah, are we gonna go down the hall over to the way to the place, or did you guys need to take a pee break or something? There's like a peeing bucket over there.
I'm 2 things. Did you tell them your name yet?
I have not. No one's asked.
Okay. The other thing is, I am gonna require you to tell me what the song was that you played.
Oh, geez. I had a thing open with all of that information about my song titles that I
I'm
had.
gonna have a bard with all these unique, cool ideas. Somebody better be prepared.
Yeah, I haven't spoken in iambic pentameter this entire time. So the song that I do talks about heroes quite specifically, and that when they are together, they're truly superheroes that can get anything done. It doesn't last all that long. It's like a 30-second song, but you know, it makes it's enough to get the weave going to get people help back on. So yes, the song I have is called Superheroes for healing for a level 3 Soothe.
Okay. You guys have been healed. How much did you heal for each?
I healed all
I
the
got-
way.
37.
I got 30,
Okay.
but I only needed 29.
I still need 8 more. But
Can you give like
Only.
some of those back? No, I'm joking. Don't worry about it. Oh yes. My name's Guy, by the way.
Gee?
Guy.
Ah,
We already
Guy-
have 2 people whose names start with G. I don't know if you're open to changing your name.
You know what? You know what?
Or maybe Mornar
This
should, and we
sounds
can
like
all
I
have a
already
G
fit
name.
in. Mornar, we just either got to get you killed or a name change. It's a fun process, I hear.
Maybe it already has
Um,
a silent G at the beginning.
That's true.
I've already changed my name once. I don't plan to do it again, at least not for a little while. So I'll stick with what I have, and I do not plan to die.
What if you get
that
married?
is-
are you friends with Did you say Craig?
Craig,
yeah,
yeah,
what's
the
fire?
the
What's
leopard.
what's the thing like? If we let him out, is he gonna murder us? Or
I mean,
probably.
probably a little
Yeah.
bit. I would like to let him out, but
Wonder if there's
I
like a
mean,
can
What if we let him out and then hide in your cage?
that could work. That might help. That
and then
might
we
be a
are
thing.
just stuck in the cage instead of him stuck in the cage.
I mean, we'll be in the cage, and he'll probably leave. We've both been through a lot together, me and Craig. He
Can we like drag his cage to like a door and just push it in the doorway so he can't get back to us, but he can go out?
Is that a thing we could do? Is it a cage that could move, or is it set into the ground?
Is it 10,000 pounds?
With 4 people, you could do it.
Like, you know what I
although
mean? Like
It's just not going to be as helpful.
we
as
only have 3
all that.
full people.
It's a movable cage, but it's got like I'm going to say 240-pound leopard in there.
Right.
So you can do it. It's just you would have to literally grab hold of the bars,
right,
and
which probably
you know,
gonna
there's
get
some
fucking
risks
made
there.
if
Yeah.
we do that.
I don't know how much better it would be just
I
opening
would
the.
wrap my hands around the cage
Sure.
with the leopard that literally is on fire, but that's not to say that it's a bad idea.
Pretty
I
rough.
mean, we could open it.
Okay.
Everyone get inside of my cage. We don't have to lock the door. Someone opens it while above his cage, and we're just gonna let him out, and he's gonna leave. Right, Craig? I look over at Craig with the 6 weeks of quote unquote friendship from us being tortured together, and I try to get a bead on Craig.
I would say, in trying to get a bead on Craig, you would be able to recognize he is a fairly intelligent cat.
Mm-hmm.
And he's definitely making eye contact with you. Like, he knows you're talking to him. He understands that you don't mean him any harm. He's very wary of the others. But that's about as much as you can get from it right now, unless you would like to try and make a check of some sort.
Gotcha. I am going to
Sing another song.
I'm going to what?
Sing a song. We could sing together. I have a song.
I'm not going to do that, but what I am going to do is say, everybody go ahead and get in my old cage, and I'm going to open up his cage and let Craig out, if that's cool with you.
That doesn't make sense
Okay.
for the metal being to be able to do that and not those of us who can burn.
Robe, have you never met a Warforged, autonomous, I don't know what to say here. I'm digging myself a hole. Have you never met,
10
Yeah.
years from now, you are going to lose your job because people are going to remember this.
this,
I go into the cage.
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, I walk to the cage.
Listen, me and Craig, we're cool.
Oh,
You
there's
guys
no
in the
need to call
cage?
Craig mean.
Uh-oh.
I open the cage with Craig in it. And
Are you above it?
I am. As the door opens, I'm trying to stay behind the door and give him as wide a berth as possible towards the mouth of the cave.
Are you trained in nature?
I am not.
Oh no.
Anyone else
I
trained
am.
in nature?
Dr. Gish, over.
I am.
Oh, and Gene, from the other cage, you think to yourselves, man, I bet it'd be useful to be trained in nature right now.
I am too.
Is this for soothing an animal?
You would
It's
know.
for something. Yeah.
Because I can sing Craig a little song.
Well, you see
As
Craig
a def-
starting to come out. What are you doing?
I'm trying to effectively just be like that way, go. If it's all right, I'll make a performance check. Because I have what is called versatile performance, which lets me use performance in place of a lot of different social feats or social skills. I can sing lies at people.
Okay, I'll allow you to do that since you
Okay.
had everyone who had the appropriate skill seal themselves in a cage away from the area.
I'm understanding that a friggin' jaguar should be able to just be like, "There's the door. Like the door is open for you, dude." I make a 22 on a performance.
Okay.
That is in the form of me doing some acting and orating. It's not 100% me singing in this case, but it's very much me being like, "Go, you are free."
Okay. The leopard slowly makes its way to the edge of the cage, and you can see one of its legs is badly injured. It's actually, the bone is sticking out on the rear right leg, and it's limping along, but blood, as it hits the ground, is literally smoking from the heat and the fire. As it sort of limps past you, it doesn't want to fight, but it is grievously wounded, and it's just trying to get away now.
Bye, Craig.
Craig, you're a superhero. I'm gonna sing Craig a little song and try to just get him back operational, because like Craig's gotta do a thing, and I'm hoping that this will come back and not bite me in the ass. Craig gets 2d10 plus 8 hit points.
Okay. As the magic sort of wraps around his leg, resets the bone, and heals it shut, Craig suddenly curls up into like a pounce and leaps directly at you before giving you a little leopard hug.
Aww.
Gives your face a big lick, and then runs off outside the front of the cave.
Be free, my friend.
Well, that was terrifying.
Yes. Hopefully
You're telling
he burns all the
me.
grass.
I didn't know he was gonna do that. Huh.
Oh, yeah. You guys hear screaming very quickly from the grass outside as the flaming leopard burns all of it.
That's terrifying. I heard that. I was wondering what that was, but boy howdy. Okay, so I guess what are you guys here for? Are you just, is this like, am I getting out? Are we going, or are we getting my stuff?
We are going, but deeper.
We're going, but that way.
You can leave if
Okay.
you want. That's kind of
We're
cowardly.
going to probably kill everyone we see, likely.
Okay,
Depending on if they're nice or not.
Well,
you know?
I did say I wasn't a death robot, but these guys did torture me for 6 weeks ish, I think. I don't, you lose track of time when you only need to sleep 2 hours a day.
Revenge.
Call it that. I just want to get my stuff back. And
It can be both.
maybe hurt a person. Maybe a little bit. We'll see. That sculptor guy, the guy who's been in here, he's a bit of a what's the term that's used? Shit heel. That's what he is.
I like this shit heel. That's fun.
Gotcha.
All right, let's. Does anyone? Are we all good to go? Is everyone feeling healthy?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
I'm feeling bouncy right now, so I want to go do some flips and shit.
Ogie, this is what I mean. You'll probably be fine, but some of us, you might notice, don't walk in front of Mornar because he did roll over me and nearly kill me. So
Technically, the rocks nearly killed you. I just got out of the way of them.
anyway, let's go. Go ahead, Mornar. You go in front, please.
All right, cruising down slowly.
Okay. As you guys are making your way farther into the cave, it definitely is starting to get a little darker as you're moving away from the well-lit entrance. You're now relying on more torches and some wall sconces and things like that. As you get to the door, are you kicking it down? Are you creaking it open slowly?
Is it made of wood?
It is made of wood, yeah.
First, checking the classic traps. We've been pretty traumatized about opening doors and under the ground, so I'm gonna check for any traps.
Yeah. Roll a check.
22.
You don't see any traps.
Do we taste any traps?
Did you want to lick the door?
No.
Gonna try to creak it open slowly, unless someone else has any other ideas.
We could burn it.
We could burn it.
I have an innate spell. I'm going to cast Detect Magic near the door.
Oh, interesting.
You detect no magic.
Okay.
A lot of magical doors where you're from, Guy.
I mean, there's magical doors everywhere.
Really?
Have you looked outside? It's I'm a robot. I make my matrix of arcane LEDs go back and forth real fast.
I like this robot.
I try to be likable. That's what I do. In regards to detect magic, it is a 30-foot emanation. So is there anything other than me that is decidedly magical?
Oh, Mornar has some magical shit on him.
Interesting.
I do. And I would
Okay.
love to know. At some point, I'd love to know what they are, but I
Yeah.
don't know that they're really magic.
Overall, Mornar is carrying magical shit, and he actually has a vague aura that is unlike magic you're used to. Like he had passed through some sort of web of magic that was a different web than the weave that you're used to interacting with. But yeah, he has some items on him that are distinctively magical.
Okay,
I would
cool.
probably look real fucking spooky to someone doing magic on, like detecting magic on me.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I don't even know how spooky that is. I mean, I do, but Mornar doesn't.
I'm just gonna relay that as, wow, I'm gonna need you to take some steps back the next time I try to do that, because you're throwing off my whole thing going on.
What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure you've got some. I don't want to use the term contraband, but that's you've got some pretty hardcore arcane hardware going on.
I do.
Yes.
Which ones? Can you tell me anything about them?
Your whole, I mean, I don't mean to be offensive, but you got a whole stink of like weird magic.
So
I
just
can't really-
for you, okay?
Yeah.
It would be, I have a short sword that would look magic. I've
Mhm.
got a locket that would look magic, and I've got one of my other swords. The kukri probably looks magic as well. Those three items, I only know what the short sword does.
Didn't we get a ring somewhere?
There's also a ring.
Oh, I don't know who has the ring.
I think I have the ring. I just don't know what it does, and I haven't worn it.
Oh, did you not identify it either? Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, that makes a lot of sense that you didn't, because you wouldn't be the one holding it if you did.
What's the highest? I'm going to ask this to the GM. What is the highest level effect within range?
The
Which one of
highest
these-
level
which-
effect.
Yeah. Which item am I getting?
The effect that you're getting the most. Roll me a Arcana if you want to determine that.
Let's do it. 14.
14.
Furthermore, this is a level 3 cantrip. casting detect magic this way.
Okay. In that case,
Because I get
then
more information than just.
it is a case of the ring that Jean has seems to be the most potent.
Okay.
But the most potent on an item. It's nothing compared to the aura that's around Mornar. Additionally, Mornar's sword it almost doesn't seem magic at all. There's something that is almost masking its magic.
Ooh. And that's probably a higher level than me, perhaps.
I mean, you could presume that from that information.
What are you talking about?
I'm focused more on the ring.
I got two magic swords on me right now.
Yeah. The not the kukri.
Oh,
the
the
one
short
you
sword?
know what it does.
Yeah.
I would say I'm gonna try to figure ring wise. What school of magic is that ring cast with? Abjuration.
Probably. I don't know if evocation would be right. I'm not sure what it would be, actually. It's a enhancement is what it does.
Gotcha.
I had one more thing that would have a magic aura on me, but it's not magical in nature, but it would have an aura. It's a journal I'm carrying would have a magic aura to it. That would have a magic aura to it. It wouldn't be magic, but it would have a really awkwardly dark magic aura to it too, while not being evil.
Oh yeah, no, you're just a walking like garbage barge of a magic human being, like in a good way. Like, I mean, I get it. Anyways, door's not magic. If we want to send somebody in to take a look, I can also make that a little easier of a thing, or could you sneak in? Yeah, Clancy's upset.
We have someone who can do stuff.
We have someone who can do stuff now.
Out of combat? Wow, that's weird.
No, right? So how do we want to handle this?
When you say you can, I don't know what you mean by there's another way. Like, do you have some spell that like fucking sees through walls or something? I don't understand.
I mean, it's you can make people invisible with some things.
Okay.
You know,
Yes, I've been invisible before. Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. Then
If there's
invisible does seem smart.
No traps and no magic, we could just go in. No,
we could.
Yeah,
but we don't know what's on the other side.
That hasn't stopped us this whole time. Jean jumped down onto a dog or something.
Yes, but before we never could go invisible.
Also, actually, I just realized that about the invisibility thing. I need material in order to do that, and that should be possibly in that room.
Okay, well then no more on the invisibility.
Yeah, I forgot. You know,
right.
Positronic arcane core of a brain. You know.
Okay, I guess we go in.
Yeah, I'm gonna open it slowly.
Everybody's rolling stealth, I guess.
I'm going pure stealth. Yep.
Roll me stealths.
I have great stealth.
Ooh, 19.
19's not bad.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. That's going to be so fucking high.
13.
14.
Oh, no.
Non-natural 30.
Jeez.
Yep. That sounds like Mornar. Okay. Let's see here. Our average ends up being 19. Thank God for Mornar. So the door is being opened, and before it can creak, I'm gonna say, we'll say Gish applies a little bit of oil to the hinges from his alchemy pouch. He has just a little bit of oil, and with a 19, it doesn't make a creak, and you manage to get it open about a foot, and you can see a pair of brothers, or I guess a pair of orcs that look similar with goggles on, working at a series of laboratory benches covered in vials and various alchemy equipment. Dr. Gish, you see that this is a full-on alchemy laboratory, and they've got all the goodies.
Yikes.
There are tons of vials in half-finished states and tons that are finished all over that desk. And these two guys are sitting behind there mixing stuff.
I'm just gonna nudge Dr. Gish with my hand out.
For alchemist fire.
Yeah.
I shake my head wildly. We don't want to set all this up. I don't say anything, but absolutely not throwing alchemist fire at all these vials.
Keeps nudging him.
So, like, this is perfect. This is perfect.
I am eyeing all the vials. I do want them.
Will you all make me perception checks?
Ooh.
23.
Oh, 21.
17.
12.
Okay. 21, 23, and 17. You notice that above the two brothers is a larger orc, also with goggles. He's wearing sort of an apron. He's got large gloves on. He is up above them, looking down. There's a separate table. It looks like this is where his separate lab from theirs is. It's basically up a ladder, sits overhead everything else. But he's sort of looking down, watching them, and he's working on his own stuff. But yeah, there's 3 enemies here, all heavily armed with alchemical ingredients. And yeah, so you're staring at him. Gene is frantically trying to get Gish to just give him some alchemy fire.
So they haven't noticed us yet. How close are the 2 orc brothers together?
They are maybe 10 feet apart, working at opposite ends of a set of tables. Sometimes they're closer because they're moving a little bit, but they never get closer than 5 feet apart.
Because of they're not. Never mind. I want to hurt them.
I give Gene a vial. It is not alchemist fire. Because
Can I
it is
tell?
bothering me.
What's the vial full of?
It's a smoke bomb.
The smoke bomb. It's a gray swirling concoction.
I give him a thumbs up. Shake my head.
It's in a different bottle than normal. It's not the same color. It doesn't sound right. It even doesn't have the right type of cork.
I'm gonna cast shield on myself.
Yeah, here we go.
And then forbidding ward on Gish.
Okay. And then chuck Gish at him.
No. I'm just preparing for the bullshit that's about to happen. I'm gonna cock it back and look at everyone else.
I put my finger up, looking at the desk with all the alchemical stuff on a scale from 1 to is there an item on that desk that looks like it might be super duper double alley-oop or flammable or explosive?
Are you trained in alchemy?
I'm not trained in alchemy, but I am trained in arcana.
None of them look in. If you roll me a high enough Arcana check, I'll let you know.
Let's do this.
It's got to be a lot higher than it would need to be for an alchemy
Nat
check.
20. Total of 28.
Okay.
That's my first nat 20 of this campaign.
Maybe
Things are turning around.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, yes, there are multiple What I need to look at the actual name, so I'm getting it. There are multiple moderate alchemist fires, multiple moderate acid flasks, multiple moderate bottled lightnings, multiple moderate frost vials, all of which would be explosive. Great. And there's other stuff on there too, but that's the ones that would react.
Oh, I'm also gonna mark the big guy as my prey.
Okay.
Are they within 30 feet?
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to point at the least explosive looking vial in front of these individuals and use like a quick little vocalization, and it's going to telekinetically be thrown off the table straight at the orc standing there. So I get to make a spell attack. I rolled a 20, non-natural.
Just gonna get ready to roll initiative here.
Yeah, hold on. You said the least explosive looking one?
Yes. The one, because quite specifically, according to the telekinetic projectile ability, no specific traits or magic properties of the hurled item affect the attack or the damage. So I can't like buff the damage by throwing a grenade at them. I just do the flat 3d6 of damage.
And then it would hit the ground and do whatever it would do, right?
Probably. Possibly. I'm going to leave that up to you as GM.
Mm-hmm.
I read that as a no, even though that doesn't really make sense to me.
Well, do the normal damage of hitting them, and then still have to fall onto the ground.
Yeah, and then I guess in theory it wouldn't necessarily break open at that point.
Gotcha.
Or spill. I just need to see what this does. They had to. Oh, God.
I do get to roll damage. He might just die outright.
Yeah, let's find out.
19 damage.
Let's hope. No, doesn't kill him.
Okay.
Roll me a D100 luck check. If you get above an 80, then the vial doesn't break and it rolls away from him. If you get above a 50, the vial doesn't break at all. If you get below 50, it's going to break when it hits the ground.
What if I get a 50?
Then we're going to say it lands at his feet. Roll initiative.
Yeah.
How easy does that glass seem to break?
Normally pretty easy. The inherent properties of this spell kept it from breaking.
I can try it again. I like point at it and just toss it up at the orc's crotch. No.
I got a 29 initiative.
Ooh.
I got 20.
What's your character's name again now, Claire?
Guy, spelled G-U-Y.
G-U-Y.
Yes. Guy Bangaltier.
Okay. What was your initiative there, Mornar? 29?
29.
29. Okay. Guy.
I have 17.
17. Gene.
14. I do have that ready to action.
To throw the smoke bomb?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you going to do that as soon as the vial collided? Was that your... Okay. Gish, what'd you get?
23.
3. We got... Ooh. A nat 1 for Orc Alchemist 2. A 16... Well, actually, what's the... Perception is 6. So let's say 24 for that guy. And a 7 for that guy. And then... Big guy upstairs with a 28. Still not enough to move to the top of the order. Okay. That all said and done, we have a few things. How much damage? You don't. 19 damage to the first one. So let's some of that over. I need to get this set up a little bit better here. There we are. So I can keep track of all these different things that are about to happen. 19 damage already to that guy. And then a smoke bomb flies. What is the smoke bomb stats there, Gish?
Let's find them.
This is going to be the first campaign with Mark all over again.
It creates a cloud of smoke in a 10-foot radius burst. And it lasts for a minute, and that's it. What I wanted to happen is for Gene to throw the smoke bomb near some vials, and then I would go steal them in the smoke.
Well, luckily, your prey is now hidden in a smoke cloud. Although it sounds like they've definitely been alerted. Up above, the guy that is probably the sculptor has spotted you now. And we will kick off the first round of combat. Mornar, top of the order.
So when I saw Gish give him a smoke bomb, I was going to ready a throwing knife to throw at the exact same time. So much was going on, I didn't want to interrupt anyone. But what I'm going to say instead is that when I saw the vial hit the ground and it did not go off, I did focus on it because I was going to throw my knife at it. And I know there's a cloud of smoke around it now, but I feel like Mornar is good enough at throwing that he could get close if he was focused on it, even with the cloud there, because he's just going to throw at the exact spot he was looking. Does that all seem reasonable?
I will allow that. Yeah, sure.
That is Jesus Christ, this expert shit makes you insane. 25 to hit the vial.
To hit the vial.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you hit the vial. It's in the cloud of smoke. but you definitely hear it crack open. And then you hear the orc go from to letting out a horrific noise. You can't see clearly in the smoke, but it appears like his shadow is lengthening and growing. This is a concerning development, probably.
Oh. Well, good thing I know what vials do, other than I've just seen them explode.
Yep. It is the sculptor's turn.
I mean, I still got.
Oh yeah, you can do. That was your freebie thing. Do your turn, please do your turn before
okay.
that guy gets to go.
I'm gonna do a fucking dope somersault, like roll flip, and chuck a knife at him as hard as I can.
The sculptor?
No, the guy growing in the smoke.
You can try. It's gonna be a much higher AC because of the smoke cloud. Let me look at exactly what's that vial called there. Smoke bomb.
Mine, yeah.
Yeah, smoke bomb. So let's see here. 10-foot radius, target space, bomb flexors, blah blah blah.
Concealed.
Concealed. And concealed. Okay, so before you can aim at him, you need to make a DC 5 check. Just straight D20. You just got to beat a 5 to start with.
Okay. Easy.
Okay. Now you can attack.
And do I get all 3 of my movements here? Was that thing just a sneak attack, my first one?
Yeah.
Type of thing? Okay.
Ready to attack.
Is that 24 to hit him?
24 will hit.
And that is...
Oh, no, wait. Which one are you attacking? You're attacking the one that is transforming.
Yeah, in the fog or in the smoke or whatever.
Let me make sure. Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, that is 4 damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna get some panache by doing kind of a backward roll back near the group again, because I'm not really sure what the fuck's going on, and I'm gonna chuck another knife at him.
Okay.
That is a 17 to hit.
17 is gonna miss,
Fuck. Okay.
but
It
sounds like it was close.
Okay. Well, I got some 2 panache points now, and that's my turn.
Okay. Now it's the sculptor's turn. The sculptor, looking down, pulls out an alchemy crossbow and loads vials into it.
Sounds hardcore.
And we're gonna have Gene roll a d4. 1 is Gene, 2 is Gish, 3 is Mornar, and 4 is Gee.
3.
Mornar. That makes sense anyway. He is going to aim and fire. So let's see here. First one. Oh my god. Is a 30 to hit.
Suppose that hits.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I don't... Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to see if I probably can't with these vials. Can I do any sort of like defensive?
Probably not.
Because he's literally just...
6.
Yeah, no, I can't. It has to be someone within my reach.
And it's going to deal 1d4 plus bottled lightning damage.
Woo!
So 1d4 plus 2d6 plus 2 electricity splash damage. Oh, wait. What's your AC?
24.
24. Okay, so it wasn't a crit.
No. I got pretty high AC for...
So it's 8 plus 1. 9 damage to you, and everybody else is going to take 2 electrical splash damage. Let's see here. Then he is going to fire again. And this time he'll fire at Gene. Oh, that's way worse. 16 to hit.
Nope.
Yep. And then he will chug an elixir that seems to make his eyes glow. And then it's Orc Alchemist number 2's turn. He is within the smoke cloud. You hear the clinking of vials. And then he leaps out of the smoke, takes a second to orient himself, and throws a vial at Gish. And that is a 14 plus 9,
Yes.
23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
You have a +1 to your AC from Forbidding Ward.
Still barely hits.
Just letting you know.
we'll have Guy roll me a d20. So these guys grabbing random vials are not very often supposed to get certain vials. Most of them are explosive, except for the nat 20 vial.
8.
8. Okay. Let's see here. 8. We get Alchemist Fire.
Excellent.
So Alchemist Fire. Oh, come on. I've got to have so many tabs full of different vials open for this fight. Alchemist Fire. Nope, not freer. Fire.
1d8, 1 persistent fire, and 1 fire splash damage.
It's a moderate one, so I think it's
Oh.
more than that. Yeah. 2d8, 2 persistent fire damage, 2 splash. So let's roll the d8s. So 3 fire damage to Jean. Or no, Gish.
Yes.
2 persistent fire damage to Gish. And 2 fire splash damage to everybody else.
My guy's natural battle stance is of the summer, which means I gain resistance to fire damage 5. So I don't know exactly what that means.
I think you don't take any from that then.
Yeah, that's my guy's natural stance when he enters a fight because of his history with being taught to fight demons. I can change it, but I have to use so I can have resistance to fire, water, blah 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 blah.
Yep.
But his natural one is fire, so
that works for me.
Yeah.
Dr. Gish. Well, actually, no. He will throw another vial. We'll see if he does well. 11 plus 9, 20 minus 2. 18 at Dr. Gish?
No.
No. Misses. Vial goes wide, clinks off the walls behind you, but doesn't explode. Now it's Dr. Gish's turn.
The guy who attacked me, I'm gonna throw a blight bomb at.
Okay.
Blight bomb.
So that's a 29 to hit.
That's going to hit.
And it does.
And that's a crit as well.
Nice. I don't know what that means for damage, but I got 5 poison damage and 1 persistent poison damage, and there's a poison
Is there
splash.
a next tier up version of the Blight Bomb?
Not on this one.
No. In that case, then just do max damage with it.
Okay. So 10 total damage.
10 damage. Any persistent?
Yeah, just 1.
1 persistent damage, 10 regular damage. The Orc Alchemist is covered in blight and sort of like icked out. What else you doing, Gish?
I want to try to throw an alchemy bomb, even though I'll take a negative to it, but that's
Okay.
a 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Yes. It does 7 fire damage, a persistent fire damage, and a fire splash. I don't know if there's anyone around him though.
There is not. No. 7 persistent. 10. Okay, yeah. He's not looking so hot. He looks pretty rough, actually.
I'm just gonna quick alchemy make another blight bomb, and that's the third thing I'll do.
Okay. Gee, what are you doing?
I cannot see the one that's in the smoke, right? Who's actively
No,
going
you
through
don't
it.
know what is going on with that guy. You've never seen movies like The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen or The Incredible Hulk or anything like that. You have no idea what's going on in there.
Gotcha. Cool. I don't know if I need line of sight for this particular spell, Electric Arc. It doesn't really matter. The alchemist who jumped out, is he within 10 feet of the dude in the smoke?
Not anymore.
Okay,
He had to get more than that just to get out of the smoke.
Well, he's gonna get it anyway. I'm gonna hit him because I don't have anything that can get in there. I'm gonna hit him with a electric arc attack. He just gets zapped real bad. Makes a reflex save
Okay.
with the DC of 21.
Yeah, he doesn't make that.
Yeah, he doesn't, does he? Doesn't hurt when I. It's not good when I don't have to roll. Right? Yeah, better believe it. I rolled minimum damage. 7 damage total.
7 damage total. This guy is having a rough day.
I'll say.
He was just working on his experiments, and now he's getting attacked. He's zapped and burned. This guy, poor guy. Lighted.
For my final action, I'm going to use perception and try to look around the room to see if my stuff's in here.
Yes, you can see a chest of your stuff is up next to the sculptor. You can only tell because he's got your what do you call it?
Harmonium, aka
a hurdy-gurdy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got it sticking out. It looks like you can see burns and stains on it. He's been trying to play it in between working on various alchemical mixtures, and it's slowly staining and warping the wood and the strings. It's probably not ruined yet, but certainly he has not been taking good care of it, and he's just been sort of sloppily slapping his hands all over it while they're covered in ingredients.
Okay, so for my final action, the arcane matrix that's over my face creates 3 sigils, and they are the greater than symbol, colon, and then C. So it makes a sideways, angry, frowning face emoticon, since I don't have a face to emote with.
Okay.
And I end my turn.
Gene, is your turn.
You said a vial hit the wall and didn't break?
Yeah, behind you guys is a vial.
Do I recognize that vial?
Oh, it looks similar to the alchemist fire you've seen before, but potentially more dangerous.
Goody! I'm going to throw that into the smoke.
Oh God, here we go.
Okay. You got to make a DC 5 check first.
How about a nat 20?
Nat 20.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. You can go ahead and roll to attack.
Okay. And with my range... Yeah, because that's a ranged thing.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a 28.
28. 28 is going to hit. That's going to get in there. That's good. 2d6 plus, I think, 2 persistent fire damage is what it is. I want to say.
Okay, that'll be 8.
Alchemist fire moderate. Oh, no, it's 2d8 and 2 persistent fire damage and 2... Oh, no. And 2 fire splash damage.
That's what I was going for anyways.
Yeah, I bet you were.
I don't like the splash
Max.
damage where he's at.
16. Not that it really matters right there.
16. Okay. Well, here's the good news.
That guy's dead.
He's not yet, but he's gonna be. No way he's surviving what's about to happen. There are 34 vials.
Yep.
We have 5 moderate alchemist fire. We have 5 bottled lightning. 5 frost. Oh gosh, 5 acid. Gosh, let's see here. Alchemist acid, bottle lightning, frost. There is 2 more of the one horrific one. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and then the Tanglefoot. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And then 5 that were just unfinished, no effect. Some of those have been already removed. So what I need everybody to do is, I guess we'll just have you, instead of making a check for each vial, because they are going to be additive. Yeah. We're going to have you make a save for each group of vials. So first off, we're going to have the vials that don't do anything. But you don't know that. So reflex saves.
15.
20.
Oh, you also get a +1 to all your saves. Gish.
21.
Okay. I have a 15, a 20. What else?
What?
I'm 27.
Okay.
Is this like athletics or?
Reflex.
Okay.
So a D20 plus your reflex save.
29.
15 meets. So you would take half damage if these blew up. Luckily, they didn't, because these were the nothing ones. But that was round one. So boom, vials are fucking launching in every direction. The sculptor dives down behind his podium and covers his head. Now we are on to the alchemist fires.
Uh-oh.
Roll me reflex saves.
25.
25, that's good.
31.
31, that's great.
24.
24, that's good.
Also 31.
31, great. Okay, so half damages for you guys. And that is 12.
What do I do for this type of thing since I've got resistance?
So you'll cut it by half, and then you'll subtract your resistance from it.
Okay, so I only
you
take one.
Yep. That's for the first of the 5 vials exploding. Then we have 15. Oh no, wait. There's only 3 of the alchemist fires left. And then we have 12 again. So
And
12,
those are
15,
all half
12.
damages?
They're all half damage. Yep.
So I would take 3 damage altogether. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, maybe 4.
4? Okay. We'll go with 4.
The explosion of the fire blasts an orc that looks very different from the orc that was in the cloud. He went from 6 feet to 9 feet tall. He grew large tusks, and his skin had become almost a thick leather texture. Gish, you would recognize that the alchemical mixture was probably a elixir of bestial might, which would have given the orc 8 resistance to all damage, a tusk unarmed attack. He would have gained the deadly D12 trait and dealt an additional 1d10 piercing on all attacks.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yikes.
yeah. He's dead, though. He got blown out of the fire. So there's that.
He
Okay.
might not be the
acid
only one
flasks.
soon.
Can I also just say one thing? Okay.
Yes.
Because I had fire thrown at me. I just fucking put my arm out and flushed it away. No damage. And then a giant fucking explosion happened. And my clothes are just kind of smoky.
You're doing
That's gotta look pretty. That's gotta look
Weird.
pretty fucking cool.
yeah.
Until all the acid comes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now is the acid. So let's hear saves.
30.
This is reflex again.
23.
Yeah, it's a reflex again. 30, 23,
22.
22,
Also 30.
and 30. Okay. The good news is the acid flasks don't. Oh no, wait. It does have a splash effect. So you're only going to take the splash from this. It's not like the fire that clings and climbs and burns. So it's just 10 acid splash damage that you'll all be taking.
Total?
Yeah, that's the total. That's all 5 of them blowing up.
But we don't take half.
No, you're skipping all of the D6 acid, which would be another 10 D6 acid damage that I'm just hand waving away. Now the bottled lightning. What we're gonna do with the bottled lightning is we're gonna set it as a DC 20, but you don't take anything from it. If you pass the DC, if you fail the DC, then you'll have to take another. You'll take the damage, and you'll have to see if you get hit by another one. So it's like a chain lightning effect, is what's going to happen here. So as long as you all pass on your first try, there won't be any additional tries. But each one of you who fails will have to keep rolling to keep avoiding the lightning bouncing around.
And
So-
still reflex.
Still reflex.
Mine's amazing. I got 28.
28. 25.
28.
28.
23.
23. The lightning doesn't manage to hit any of you guys as it arcs around the room. It's hitting vials. It's hitting tables. It's bad. Up above, you can see the sculptor is doing something. He seems very upset with what's going on, but you can't tell. You're busy dodging.
Did he get hit by anything?
No, he's up above on the ledge, sort of outside of the AoE of the effect for the most part. He has actually taken a little bit from it, but generally he's not getting hit.
What about the other dude?
The other 2 are dead.
Oh, okay.
They were dead, and now they are mostly puddles. They're really not existing all that much anymore.
So I got a double
as-
kill.
Yeah,
Double
exactly.
kill.
Double kill. Let's see here. Frost vials are now.
Oh, God damn.
So this one is going to be higher DC again. We'll say a 24 DC.
Ooh.
Actually, no. We'll start with a 20 DC, but for each one you fail, as it slows you down, the DC is going to go up. So
29.
20 DC to start.
21. Jesus.
21,
27.
Close.
27,
25.
25, and 29. All right. All passed. Again, the vials are exploding all over the place. Now we have the final one. There are only 2 of these vials left. I guess everybody roll me a D100. Whoever rolls the lowest is the 2 lowest rolls will have to make the check.
29.
41.
63.
82.
Okay, 29 and 41, I believe, are what we're hearing here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see exactly what we're finding here. Okay, I need each of you to beat a DC 26 reflex.
Okay. Gonna roll at least.
Oh, nat 20.
Seriously, I kid you not. Nat 20 as well.
Oh my god. Okay, you
Plus
guys
11.
both dodge them.
Yeah, plus 13.
And actually, with nat 20s,
What the fuck?
I'll say that you catch them.
Ooh,
Oh shit.
we're fucking
So-
ninjas.
I need each of you to roll me a. Oh my gosh, there are 170. A D100.
What are the fucking chances we both get a nat 20 on that? What the fuck?
67.
70.
Wow.
67 and 70. Okie dokie. So let's see here. I gotta count my way down the page. Give me a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. $66, $67, okay. And then $68, $69, $80 or $70. $80. Jump all the way down to $80. Let's see here. We have weird. Okay, that one doesn't count. We're gonna have to go down. There we go. Yes. So we'll say, for the sake of it making sense, I'm gonna swap your numbers. Just because I want each of you to have the one that is most interesting for you. I won't tell you what they are, although Gish can, if he looks at them and does an alchemy check. But Gene, you get a vial that looks to be a scarlet, thick, blood-like liquid that is almost moving inside the vial of its own accord. It looks sort of like a symbiote from a Spider-Man movie, except for blood red. And it sort of is crawling with little tendrils around the vial. It looks interesting.
So that could be Carnage.
Something like that. The other one is a colorless, clear liquid that, as the light hits it, it refracts the light into memories. So as you can see, like, you hold it up into the light, and as light strikes it and comes through, like little images of your past, you can sort of see there, and everybody sees different ones unique to them. It is something real interesting is what it is. If you don't hold it in any sort of direct torch or sunlight, it just looks like a water almost.
Interesting.
Okay. And
That was my first turn.
yep, that was the beginning of Gene's turn.
So now I have a vial?
You do have a vial.
And we've
Yep.
all been
God.
grievously injured.
I'm gonna debate whether I should throw this at the bad guy or not.
Without knowing what it is.
No, no. Don't do that.
Go just look over at Gish. And just be like, wiggle it and point at the guy.
I will allow you to spend your reaction to try and figure out what it is, Gish, if you would want to trigger your reaction for that.
Yeah, I'll figure out what it is.
Okay, roll me an alchemy check.
I'm not going to tell anyone, but I'll figure out what it is.
19.
19. Okay. This is a major war blood mutagen.
Oh, fuck.
So what this does is upon drinking the mutagen, an individual would feel their blood surge through their body and hear a low-pitched humming. The sensation will subside as the flesh and muscles of their arm loosen and stretch. The fibers of their being reach out and combine with one base melee weapon they're holding. That one weapon they're holding in one or both hands will meld into their body. It will gain the listed bonus to their attack rolls with the weapon and will saves against fear effects. Attempts to disarm or remove the weapon have to exceed the listed DC. The weapon can no longer be voluntarily removed unless you succeed in an athletics check at the listed DC, which will end the effect. So here's the thing about this. This is a permanent version of this effect. This will permanently meld this to your flesh. It will grant that item a permanent +4 to hit, and the DC to remove the item is 50.
Holy shit.
So that's what you got. That said, you know, who knows? Maybe throwing it at the bad guy would be a good thing.
Should I throw it?
No.
You also know it's worth like 3,000 gold.
Just put it in your pocket. Don't throw that. Do not throw that.
Oh, okay.
Remember the last time someone got that other big orc that was 6 feet and it's 9 feet?
Mm-hmm.
It could be like that. Let's not
Oh,
make them stronger.
okay.
Also, don't use it on yourself.
I guess I'll do my crossbow.
Okay. That's a little bit of a letdown, but that's fine.
If I had more health right now, I might tell him to go ahead and throw it.
It's 22.
22?
Yep.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. And I have Hunter's Edge on him. So, oh, fuck. 1d6 for 1. And then, oh, that's a d10. Where is it? There we go. And a d8 for 3. So 4 damage.
The sculptor is not critically wounded by your 4 damage. But the alchemists are both mostly scorched piles of gore on the ground.
All right, I'm gonna chug one of my few health potions that I have left, and that's my turn.
Makes a lot of sense. Okay. I believe it is Mornar's turn.
Yeah, finally. Holy shit. That was wild. Where is this guy compared to us?
He is about you got to go about 30 feet to get to the ladders that need to go up about 20 feet to get to the platform he's on. And then there's a railing around that, and that's where he is. And he's got like a 15 by 15 area up there with his own little lab. And you can't really see what all's up there other than you can see a hurdy-gurdy, a bunch of vials, and him.
What is this like thing he's on? Is it built into the walls? Is it hanging by ropes? Is it?
This is built, it's against the wall.
Okay. I just want to see if I could.
Don't damage the hurdy-gurdy. I need that. The hurdy-gurdy things.
Meta, please. Come on. I'm kidding. I guess I am going to, because he's so far away, I'm going to chuck a knife up at him. Just to hit him. At least once. I'm going to start there.
Okay.
That is a 23 to hit.
23 is gonna hit.
Okay. That's 8 damage. I'm gonna run forward a little bit, do a cool roll, and is this place still covered like in acid and shit? Like if I go through it, am I gonna get fucked up by like acid on the ground and stuff, or
That's a good question.
before I do anything
how
like
about
that?
roll me a D100? You
Okay.
just got to beat a 50.
Okay.
If it's below a 50, this place is not. It's all unsafe.
Okay. It's unsafe. That's a 38.
Okay.
So I'm not going to do that.
You could. You would just need to make me a acrobatics.
To not get injured by it.
Yeah, to
basically.
be jumping and leaping over and avoiding the stuff.
Okay.
Pools of
Yeah,
acid, burning fire, frozen, slippery spots.
Yeah, I'll do acrobatics. What's the actually I'm not gonna ask you the DC because I don't want to know. I just want to roll and hope it's good. That is a 28.
Yep, that's fine. You're
Okay,
leaping and cartwheeling and flipping all over the place.
And as I do that, I am gonna try to grab at least one of my knives off the ground because there's gonna be 2 in that area
Okay.
if they still exist at this point.
Yeah.
And during all those cool flips and shit, I'm gonna chuck another knife at him.
Okay.
I'm basically just trying to get over to the ladders. I can probably do that all in one turn, but I couldn't get up the ladders, obviously.
Nope.
And that is going to be a 23 to hit him again.
That'll hit.
And that is only 5 damage on that one.
Okay. It is the sculptor's turn.
Uh-oh.
How much health has he lost? He has lost enough. That triggers his thing.
Great.
Rushing back into, or I guess out of view on the platform, you hear him messing with some buckles, and he's dragging the body of an old man who is sort of moaning and crying out, and then he lifts him over his head and throws him off the platform down below. Not at you guys, just onto the ground. As the body hits the ground, it...
As the body hits the floor?
Yes. As the body hits the floor.
Okay, start
I'm just
singing.
gonna let it.
Let's see here. The danger here is just gonna let it. It just sort of crumples in place, and blood just sort of oozes out thickly before becoming very similar to the fluid within that vial. It's sort of little tendrils and things, and it starts reaching out in every direction, first cautiously, and then furiously quickly. It's spreading across the ground until it's taking up most of the center of the room. And each time it gets a hold of one of the chunks of flesh or bone from the 2 orcs who are dead, it sort of piles onto that and then pulls it back into the center. And what you end up with is, in the center of the room, a large, horrific blood ooze is what it's called. Let's send you all a picture of what you're seeing.
Gotta look at the picture of the blood ooze.
Here you go. That's the blood.
Oh.
ooze.
Oh, that's not horrifying.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So that thing is, let's see here, about 8 feet tall, burbling and coagulating, and it's pretty gross looking. Up above, the sculptor readies an arrow, and he's going to fire off one. Well, no, he won't. we'll say right here's where we end episode
Oh
11.
shoot!
The blood ooze in the center of the room, the sculptor above ready to rain more alchemical hell down, and a party who has thus far been far more successful than historically. It's almost like having a whole additional party member compared to before.
I can still use soothe another 5 times.
Thank you all for listening, and join us next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.